Welcome to Chris's Bread. I'm going to teach you how to make your very own gluten-free sourdough starter with the brown rice flour. I grind my own brown rice flour. It's not the store quality of fine flour, but it's enough for me to make my own gluten-free bread. To boost the fermentation, very first day, only one time um, addition is the maple syrup, a little bit to it, because the wild starter loves a sugary environment. And then after that, it's going to be a kind of a repetitive process. You feeding your starter with the gluten-free flour and water every 12 hours. I noticed from my experience that if I choose to add water and gluten-free flour ratio 1 to 1, it tends to be water sit on the bottom, meaning separating the liquid part and flour part. So I added a little bit more flour to see the texture is a little thicker. Um, and then I try not to discard as much. That's why I keep adding until my container no longer hold a whole amount. So at that point, I discarded some. You can try a bigger container and not to discard. That's your choice. If you want to discard some of it, you can do that as well. So just go ahead and experiment different way. I'm using brown rice flour, but you can use other gluten-free flours or a combination of different flours. So just give it a try. But make sure if it's colder season, add a little bit of warm water. If it's hot season, then room temperature or cooler water will be ideal. It's already day 3, and starting day 2, I noticed there's a bubbles. The aroma changes, kind of mild smell, not too soury, and I'm continue to mixing gluten-free flour and the water, and then I'm putting rubber band just to see how much it's rising. And it's day 3. We noticed that there's definitely fermentation going on, lots of bubbles. You can hear them. Um, I cannot say enough this to my teachings about how to make starter is everybody's going to be different because it depends on so many factors. For example, how high are you living from sea level? What kind of water you're using? What kind of flour you're using? So all those factors going to play a role. And if you're not going to see the same result, please don't be discouraged. Just continue try. Give it a couple more days, or just leave it alone for a day or two. It will naturally happen. Those um, bacteria will grow. So don't stress out too much. Just keep on trying, and you will eventually come up with the starter you wanted. This is day 4, and I noticed that it is giving me all the signs of mature starter. You notice that it's doubled in the size. Top part is doming, nicely round, lots of bubbles. Um, but I'm gonna give it another day, which means another 2 or 3 feed before I start making bread. You can let it rest after you come up with the mature starter. Let it rest in the fridge for overnight, or you just can go ahead and make bread. So I'm gonna make a bread, so I am anticipating. Um, that's why I'm gonna calculate how much I'm gonna left with and how much I'm gonna feed with. So then I will have enough starter when I make bread next day. So this is a mature starter. So I'm gonna discard some and continue to feed with water and flour, gluten-free flour. We don't mix a whole lot, just enough to flour and water incorporate. And we're going to let it rise in room temperature. After 2 hours, you notice that it's beautifully rising. Now you know how to make your very own gluten-free sourdough starter. Follow this recipe, give it a try, and good luck!